Thank you, Tommy. But right now, first, we have more breaking news out of Gulfport this morning. A house fire off Cowan Lorraine Road. Jessica Bowman is there now and brings us the very latest. Jessica.
Good morning, Megan. That's right. I'm going to put a little perspective on where I am. If we'll pull up the map, I'm off of Lorraine Cowan Road, just east on Creel Circle, and that's where the house fire broke out around 2:30 this morning. And I'm going to step out of the way and let you take a look at the home. Again, the house fire started around 2:30 this morning. I just spoke with Deputy Chief Chris Henderson from the Gulfport Fire Department, who told me this was a difficult battle for the firefighters here. When they walked in, the floor went out and then the ceiling came down, so it was a very tough battle for them to fight. And again, about 15 firefighters came on scene to battle the blaze. They battled it for about 2.5 hours, and right now there's still hot spots in the home. And again, Deputy Chief Chris Henderson said those hot spots will continue throughout the day, so that's what we can expect here throughout the day. And the homeowners were not home whenever the fire started. The Gulfport Fire Department is unclear of how it happened. An investigation is underway at this time. But again, the homeowners weren't home at the time of the fire. They have been contacted and they have come to the scene to check out the damage. The home is destroyed. I mean, the fire, the blaze, when I first got here this morning around 2:30, the flames were out of control. They were going up probably about 20 feet into the air. I think we have video of that. And that was again around 2:30 this morning when firefighters just arrived on scene. Once the blaze was put out, again, hot spots are still coming through the house. So you can see right now some of the firefighters are spraying, continuing to spray water through the house to try and get those hot spots. And again, Deputy Chief Chris Henderson from the Gulfport Fire Department said this was a very tough battle to blaze. Again, about 15 firefighters on scene for about 2.5 hours. So Megan, that's what we know right now, and we will continue to keep you updated on the fire throughout the day on WLOX News and of course WLOX.com. Well, you never know what's going to happen.
Oh my gosh, Jessica.
Reporting live in Gulfport.
That is live TV. Well, as you can see, they are still monitoring those hot spots. So I'm so sorry for Jessica that she just got doused with a hose right there. But we appreciate you bringing us the live update, and we will continue to check in with her. Hopefully she can dry out. A complete loss there, that house. Thankfully, though, no one was home. We appreciate it, Jessica. But first, we continue to follow overnight breaking news. We have an update on that house fire we first told you about when we went on air at 4:30 this morning. It wasn't an easy fight, but the fire is now out. Gulfport fire officials tell us they are still keeping an eye on some hot spots. The home on Creel Circle off Cowan Lorraine Road is a complete loss, and this is what it looked like when firemen arrived at the home around 2:30 this morning. Flames engulfed the single-story house. Fortunately, we are told no one was home, but the homeowners have been contacted. Investigators are now working to determine what caused the blaze, and we will keep you updated as we learn more. But first, we are going to begin with that breaking news in Gulfport. A house fire off Cowan Lorraine Road is now contained. Jessica Bowman has been following the blaze overnight and joins us live in the studio with the very latest. Jessica.
Well, thanks, Megan. I've been on scene all morning and just got back to the studio. The fire broke out in the home around 2:30 this morning, and it happened on Creel Circle, which is just east of Cowan Lorraine Road. And right now, hot spots continue to smolder in the home. Gulfport Fire Deputy Chief Chris Henderson told me this blaze was very difficult for firefighters to fight. He told me once the crew of 15 went inside the home, the floor collapsed. Then just seconds later, the roof caved in. So it was a very difficult time for them. And Henderson said the homeowners were not at home when the fire started. He said so, therefore there were no injuries. But the homeowners did make it back to the home, and they have been in contact with them. And right now an investigation is underway as to how the fire started. So we will continue to keep you updated on this story right here on WLOX News and of course WLOX.com. Megan.
But first, we continue to follow an overnight fire at a Gulfport home. Jessica Bowman was on the scene as flames lit the pre-dawn sky and joins us live in the studio with the newest information.
Well, Megan, an investigation is underway right now into the house fire that happened just hours ago. The fire broke out in the home around 2:30 this morning on Creel Circle, which is just east of Cowan Lorraine Road. Right now, hot spots continue to smolder in the home, and Gulfport Fire Deputy Chief Chris Henderson told me this blaze was very difficult for firefighters to fight. He told me once the crew of 15 went inside the home, the floor collapsed, and then just seconds later, the roof caved in. So it was very difficult. Henderson said the homeowners were not home home when the fire started, so there were no injuries. And right now the fire is contained, but again, as I said, hotspots continue to smolder. So Megan will continue to keep you updated this story right here on WLOX News and WLOX.com.
Here's a look now at some of our top stories. Gulfport firemen are trying to determine what sparked an overnight house fire just east of Cal and Lorraine Road. The blaze started around 2:30 this morning, and as you can see, the home on Creel Circle was engulfed in flames when firefighters arrived. And we're told it wasn't an easy fight, but they were able to contain the blaze in about 2 hours. Fortunately, no one was home at the time of the fire, so there were no injuries to report. Still no word this morning on what sparked an overnight fire in Gulfport. Firefighters were called to a home on Creel Circle around 2:30 a.m. When they arrived, they found the single-story house engulfed in flames, lighting the pre-dawn sky. The Gulfport Fire Deputy Chief Chris Henderson told us his crews had a hard time battling this blaze because first the floor collapsed and then the roof of the home caved in. It took more than 2 hours to extinguish the flames. We're also told no one was inside the home at the time, so there are no injuries to report.